Hi everybody, doing a little video on how to get Pebbles, get her dressed, get her out of the kennel, and also show how to keep her nice and calm inside the kennel. Okay, so ideally when she's in the kennel, she can be without her e-collar. That might take a little while as she comes home and adjusts, because this will be the best tool to stop the shrieking, pawing at the bars, biting at the bars, barking, screaming, whining, all the things that you struggled with before, you now actually have a way to correct, and this works up to a half a football field away. So if she's in one area of your house, you can actually be upstairs, away from her, and still use this, which makes it really, really, really valuable. You don't always have to be walking into the room she's in, okay? So, good girl, I really like the way she's looking at me right now. If she is not wearing the collar, the owner had said before, trying to get anything on her, a harness, a leash, a flat buckle collar, was very difficult because she would not stop moving. Okay, so I'm gonna sort of show you our method of getting her dressed and inviting her out of the kennel. So the first thing you wanna do is, we don't wanna let her out without the collar on, because you are sort of powerless. She's zipping all over the house. It could turn into a game of keep away, and you really have no way to hold her accountable for being calm and listening. So your first step is going to be actually approaching the crate. Try to avoid like, oh my God, you're so cute, hi, because that's gonna really amp her up. So just be nice and neutral and calm. First step is opening the door, and if she starts to nudge her way out, you'll see it, they nudge right here. You're just gonna firmly shut the door. And you're gonna keep repeating that motion, not letting her out, but firmly shutting it until you're actually able to have the crate door open. Good. And she's not rushing out, and she's actually looking up at you for the next direction, okay? That is really important. Good. Whenever she looks at me with that eye contact, I've gotten in the habit of saying good with a thumbs up, okay, and followed by a pet, and she's actually learned to receive affection calmly now, okay? And this is all gonna transfer to you. Make sure your collar is synced, turned on, okay? Good. We're gonna reach in. Good. Learn to identify little triggers and little things that will be a struggle if you let them continue. So the immediate standing up could turn into coming towards me. So the shush noise is really powerful because we've loaded it up for you. Okay, good. So then I take it back a step, I reclose the crate, I reopen the crate, okay, I come back in. Shh. Shh. Good. And then I continue until I have her nice and laying down as I put the collar on. Good. I'm rewarding those moments of calmness. Buckle the collar. Make sure you have good contact. That's my good girl. And again, once the collar's on, she doesn't assume that just because the door is open, there she goes. She rushes out, okay? So from here, now you've got the collar on, you can either recall her out, release her out, or heel her out, okay? We are going to release her out. She should look up at me, good girl. That eye contact is just so cute. And the release word is break. Yay, good girl! Now she's out of her kennel, and she's like a wild woman. So here's where you would do your potty or whatever activity you're gonna do with her, all right? And let's say it's time to go back in the kennel. You've done your activity, time to put her back in for some calm behavior. Okay, you're gonna use your recall with the tone. So watch this. Press the tone button on the collar, paired with the verbal, and then I'm gonna point and say place. Come, place. What a good girl. Notice how she gets in and lays down. She doesn't go in and then come right back out. No doubt that's due to the training we've given her, especially our day one kennel protocols. We treat it like the place command. So if she goes in, good girl. If she goes in and comes right back out, e-collar turns on, we hold it, we guide her back in, we turn it off. She comes back out, we turn it on. She goes back in, we turn it off. So she actually believes she would rather be in the kennel than be out, which is the opposite of what she believed before. Good. The attention on me everything is just so perfect right now. She's being amazing, okay? So let's say she just got home from training. We're gonna wanna rotate her collar. We don't wanna have it too tight for too long. Just rotate it a bit and keep it on. We're gonna close the door. We wanna have a video camera on her. So if you don't already have one, get a baby monitor, a Nest Cam, something that's gonna allow you to watch her when you leave the room, okay? All right, so we're gonna keep the camera on her, and I am going to leave the room. Okay. So what's gonna happen now is I'm going to actually leave through the front door. I'm gonna walk around the house to that window over there. She's not gonna know I'm over there, but I'm actually able to watch her, and I'll show you how I correct with the e-collar, okay? All right, so remember, going to actually, I'll probably leave this running while I go pick up Jessie from school so you guys can see how calm she is inside the kennel. So what's gonna happen now is I'm going to actually leave through the front door. I'm gonna walk around the house to that window over there. She's not gonna know I'm over there, but I'm actually able to watch her, and I'll show you how I correct with the e-collar, okay? All right, so remember, before training, putting her in a kennel was an actual nightmare. They actually had to stop. The neighbor was complaining. She was shrieking and barking so much that her voice was becoming hoarse. She was working herself up so much that she was vomiting, spitting up, pooping. Okay, so here we're coming around to the window. She doesn't know I'm here. And she hasn't even moved. She's still in a down. Yeah. So here, you know, it's been almost 4 weeks. We've done a lot of work on that separation anxiety, the kennel protocol, enforcing calm behavior inside the kennel. So it's very rare that she tests us. And when she does, we will always use the e-collar to give a correction. Okay. All right. Come back in. Oh, there you are. Good girl. You're so quiet and good. Okay, and now I am going to actually, I'll probably leave this running while I go pick up Jessie from school so you guys can see how calm she is inside the kennel.